We're flabbergasted. We're up here talking to Miss Holiday. World-renowned vocalist Jennifer Holiday. She's known for bringing audiences to their feet with her head-turning talents and unmatched vocals.
Yes, she first made a name for herself after debuting on Broadway. She told us how many years ago that was, and I went, ouch. And since then, so does she. She's continued, though, her success in the entertainment industry as a recording artist, many appearances on a number of TV shows as well.
Oh, my gosh.
We welcome you again,
Now
Jennifer
she's
Holiday.
making her highly anticipated return back to the stage
Yes.
for 54 Below's Diamond Series debut performance. Ladies and gentlemen, she joins us this morning, the one and only Jennifer Holiday.
Good morning.
Thanks so much for being here.
Good morning to you.
What an honor for
I'm
us.
glad to be here. Thank you.
So you were how many years young? And I'm only saying this because you just said it.
You brought
Well,
it up.
I'm 62 years old,
Okay.
and believe it or not, Dreamgirls was 41 years ago.
Wow.
Oh my
That's hard
gosh.
to, that's a tough one to digest.
And can you bring us back to that? How did you get that role? Obviously, it changed everything for you, but what had you been doing up until that point?
Well, my first show was, my Broadway debut was a show called Your Arms Too Short to Box with God.
Oh, yeah, I did hear
So
that, yes.
while we were at the Ambassador Theater, Michael Bennett came to see myself and Cleavon Derricks, we were both in that show. And he came to see a matinee, and he came up afterwards, and he said, hey, I'm working on a project. Would the two of you be interested in it? Well, we were already doing, 8 shows a week. And it was like, well, when are you going to do this? He said, well, every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. It was a workshop. And so Cleavon was a little bit older than I was, and he was experienced, and he says, I think we should do this, Jen. And I was like, okay. So we worked on Dreamgirls from 10 to 6 every day, and then did our own show, 8 shows a week at night. But it paid off.
Yeah,
That's
clearly.
Cleavon there.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
And so fortunately, he led us the right direction,
What a
because
great-
I really didn't know what to do.
Yeah,
Right.
what a great sacrifice as well to do something like that. How long was that run for you, actually?
Well, my actual run, I did it here on Broadway for 2 years, but then I went to California and opened the show out in Los Angeles there as well. So altogether, like 5 years.
I can't tell you how many girls, and by girls I mean me, have lip synced you with a brush, thinking I have pipes, knowing I don't.
Thinking you
Thinking I have pipes.
Thank you.
And it's a timeless song. You are a timeless person.
Thank you.
And to see your turn on The Masked Singer, they did you dirty.
What happened there? There's a lot
They did you dirty, Miss
A lot of people
Holiday.
unhappy about this.
Well, first of all, I agreed to do it. David Foster, who produced musically, did our soundtrack for Dreamgirls, also wrote I Am Love for Me, one of my hit songs. And he said, listen, they're looking for you at The Masked Singer. He said, what do you think about doing it? And I said, I don't really know. He said, I think you should do it. It'll be good. So they gave me Miss Teddy's character, and I said, a lot of my fans love the show. And I said, it would be something different that I haven't done. I actually really, really enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie, my face was broke, baby, when
I
they
was
didn't
just
show my
gonna
name.
say.
I was like, I know you. I know. I was
Really?
like, okay, let me take this mask off if they can see me. If y'all could have saw my face when they didn't call my
underneath Miss
name,
Teddy.
I'm just gonna be honest, because I know we all like to say, oh, it's a privilege.
Right.
Just to be. No. Winning is
know
a
what?
privilege.
I love that,
Okay?
Jennifer. I love that.
Winning is the privilege, and you get more money when you win.
Right.
See, okay, so it's like the prize is like, you know, we're also competing, but we're also getting paid. When you get to the winner's circle, you get extra money. I was like, okay, listen.
You don't know who you're messing with.
I would love to see when they went to break, that mask came off. Are you?
Baby, I was like, oh, did they really call my name?
Clearly there's a mistake. Hold up. Check the papers again.
It was like, and going home is Miss Teddy. I was like, what?
Wow.
What you say? If y'all could have seen my face under that mask.
But you're alive and kicking, and you're still making new music,
Thank
right?
you.
So
I
you've got a new song out. Tell us
I
about
have
that.
a new song, So in Love. It's a beautiful ballad, a R&B ballad, and it did pretty well. I independently released it, and so it did well. Had I been signed or with a record label, it probably would have been able to go further. So I'm hoping to do an entire EP soon, and working on that as well. So I don't know. I was was dreading going into the 60s, but look like this is going to be my
yeah.
best
go.
years. I don't know.
Like a fine wine.
That's
see?
right.
Aw,
That's
thank
right.
you.
Hey, I'm right with you age-wise, so don't, you know.
And neither of you are aging. None of us are aging.
Oh,
and
we
it's
love
'cause-
you. Oh,
no, it's
She's 27, so I don't
I'm
know.
48, so don't even play yourself.
Thank you.
I have to know, because you are so talented, how do you fine-tune your instrument? Do you still take vocal lessons? Are you mindful with your voice? What do you do?
Well, first of all, I never took any vocal lessons.
Excuse you?
I went straight
course.
went straight from the Baptist church choir singing there in Houston, Texas, to the Broadway stage. So my first show, I was 18 years old for Your Arms Too Short to Box with God. So right away when you get in a Broadway show, which I really accredit being in Broadway to me still having my voice all these years later for it still being strong, because they teach you how to do those 8 shows a week. And at first, when I first got in Your Arms Too Short to Box with God, they were actually going to fire me, Vanette Carroll, the director, and she says she's not going to be able to sustain these 8 shows, and, you know, she's losing her voice already. And I was like, I can get it, I can do it, I can do it, don't send me home, don't send me back to Texas, I can do it. So they actually teach you how to pace yourself, how to do it. You know, I didn't want any voice lessons, and the vocal and the director didn't want me to have any, so they actually teach you. And so doing 8 shows a week, you still do all the things, you know, today. And like today, the publicist, she says to me, she said, well, do you need any tea? I said, honey, I've already done that. I said, when you do 8 shows a week, when you get up, you're drinking tea, water, everything, because you don't know when you have to perform, especially if you have a matinee. So just keeping everything in that same routine, and no smoking, no drinking, no recreational drugs.
But to that line of performing and back on stage, you're gonna be, I'm trying to get you out of trouble.
Yeah.
So you're going to be performing at, I guess it's, what is it, below 54 Below, the Supper Club, right?
It's a cabaret room.
Diamond Series?
Diamond Series. And so we're doing something different at 54 Below. And just want to shout out to 54 Below, because they won a special Tony Award last year. And rightfully so, because they are helping to birth these new young people into how to perform when you're not on stage. So even though, yes, they have named people like myself performing there, they allow others. So what the Diamond Series is, it's more of an experience, you know? So you have, we have a 5-course meal before I perform, so it's kind of more Vegas-like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And then the show itself is a little bit longer. It's a 90-minute, not a straight 70-minute hard show. So it's more of an intimate experience. It's, I think, more special. So I'm very excited. I was first there in 2013, almost 10 years ago.
Wow.
And so I had to do just, you know, they have other shows, so you have to just 70, and you have to be off the stage because they have a 9:30
So
p.m.
now you get to let it breathe a little bit.
Yeah, because there's no show
Can you give
before or
us a
after.
little preview of what you're going to say?
Let's see. And I am telling you, I'm not going. You're the best man I ever know. There's no way I can ever go. No, there's no way. No way I'm living without you. I'm not living without you. I don't want to be free. I'm staying. And you gonna have to come see me to hear the rest of this song. Yeah. Come and see me to hear the rest of this song. Yeah.
Okay.
That tea worked.
My work here is done. Yeah. Okay. Bye. See you guys
I
tomorrow.
think she was looking at me when she was singing that whole song.
She was totally looking at you.
Jennifer, thank you so much. Good luck
Thank you
with the
both.
show.
And listen to her. Make your reservations
Yeah.
for 54 Below's Diamond Series. Catch the amazing Jennifer Holliday on stage from February 21st to the 26th, 8:30 each night.
8:30 each night.
Head over to 54below.com/diamonds.
Sounds like a